As we age and the years go by, the threat of losing personal freedom becomes frighteningly real. According to research by the American Senior Life Research Center, over 50% of people over 65 experience reduced mobility and increasing dependence on outside help. It starts unnoticed. Getting out of bed becomes harder. Evening fatigue grows. Fear of falling outdoors appears. Then comes the need for a cane, a walker, special devices to get out of bed. The scariest part is realizing that the familiar freedom is slipping away, along with the joy of life and the ability to care for oneself, to choose how to spend each day. If no action is taken in time, aging can indeed take away everything that made you yourself. But this is not inevitable. That is why it is so important to watch this video until the end. You will learn how to maintain strength, activity, and freedom at any age. Subscribe to the channel and click like. Here we share proven methods that help you live a full life. Aging changes everything. After 60, accelerated muscle loss begins, a process known as sarcopenia. According to the U.S. National Institute on Aging, a person loses about 3 to 5% of muscle mass every decade after 40. After 65, the process speeds up. Leg muscles weaken, coordination declines, balance worsens. Sarcopenia becomes the main cause of falls, fractures, and loss of the ability to move without assistance. But muscles are only part of the problem. The cardiovascular system slows down. The heart pumps blood less efficiently. Capillaries become fragile. Tissues receive less oxygen. The nervous system also weakens. Signals about body position become less accurate. Reactions slow down. As a result, people lose balance, often slip, and fail to catch themselves when falling. Osteoporosis is another hidden threat. After 60, bone density drops by 20 to 25% in women and by 15 to 20% in men. Bones become fragile, and any fall risks a fracture. Hip fractures among the elderly are especially dangerous. Half of people over 75 lose their ability to walk independently after such an injury. Endurance loss must be mentioned separately. Decreased mitochondrial activity, the cell's ability to produce energy, means that even a simple walk to the store becomes exhausting. Shortness of breath, heart palpitations, fatigue appear faster than before. People start limiting themselves, walking less, avoiding stairs, cutting down on visits. This vicious cycle of inactivity further worsens physical decline. Few know that even mild physical inactivity raises the risk of dying from cardiovascular disease by almost 30%, as noted in the American Senior Vitality Report. And it's not just the heart. Inactivity worsens intestinal function, weakens the immune system, and slows brain activity. All of this happens slowly, almost invisibly. Today, you're just tired after a long walk. Tomorrow, you'll skip the park. A year later, you'll fear going outside. Loss of freedom doesn't come suddenly. It creeps in step by step. That is why it is critical to act in time. The first secret is daily muscle support. Sarcopenia starts silently, but it determines how long a person remains independent. Research shows seniors who do light strength exercises at least 3 times a week lose muscle mass twice as slowly. It does not mean you must rush to a gym. Simple body weight exercises, wall squats, calf raises, countertop push-ups, resistance band exercises can work wonders. The key is regularity. Just 20 to 30 minutes a day is enough. If you have been inactive for a long time, start with 3 to 5 minutes and increase gradually. The more a muscle works, the better its blood supply, and the slower age-related changes occur. Strength training stimulates the production of growth hormone and testosterone, even in older age. These hormones are crucial for tissue repair, bone maintenance, and immune support. Strengthening leg muscles is especially important. Their strength determines your ability to get out of bed, climb stairs, and maintain balance while walking. Don't hesitate to use support, a chair or wall, when starting out. Gradually, strengthening even small muscle groups greatly improves independence in everyday life. The second secret is protecting bones from destruction. Osteoporosis develops slowly, but its consequences can be catastrophic. After 6 months of inactivity, bone loss doubles in speed. To prevent it, it is vital to get enough calcium and vitamin D. The daily calcium need for seniors is about 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams. Good sources include low-fat dairy, almonds, broccoli, and sardines. Vitamin D helps calcium absorption. Without it, bone strengthening is impossible. Since aging skin loses the ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight, supplementation under a doctor's guidance is often necessary. However, calcium and vitamin D alone are not enough. It is also necessary to get magnesium, vitamin K2, zinc, and protein. Magnesium is involved in building the bone matrix. Vitamin K2 directs calcium into bones instead of blood vessels, and protein is essential for forming strong bone structures. Therefore, the diet must be balanced. A variety of vegetables, nuts, fish, legumes, and lean meats. Special attention should be given to weight-bearing exercises, walking, dancing, moderate cardio. Studies show that even simple daily walks of 30 minutes help maintain bone density, reduce the risk of fractures, and strengthen the entire musculoskeletal system. The third secret is maintaining cardiovascular health. With age, the heart works less efficiently, and blood vessels lose elasticity. Without heart support, blood supply to all organs, including the brain and muscles, declines, leading to fatigue, dizziness, and weakness. Preventing cardiovascular disease means controlling blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar levels. Nutrition plays a key role. Seniors should prioritize foods that support heart health: fatty fish, olive oil, nuts, green vegetables, berries. Saturated fats, salt, sugar, and processed foods should be limited. It is beneficial to include potassium-rich foods, bananas, avocados, spinach, to help maintain normal blood pressure. Physical activity is also critical. Aerobic exercises like brisk walking, swimming, and cycling improve heart function, expand blood vessels, and increase oxygen delivery to tissues. Just 30 minutes of moderate exercise 5 times a week reduces the risk of heart attack and stroke by 40%, according to data from the American Heart Longevity Center. Equally important is quality sleep. Lack of sleep disrupts hormonal balance, raises blood pressure, and promotes cholesterol buildup. Older adults should aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night, maintain a regular sleep schedule, and ensure a quiet, dark environment in the bedroom. The fourth secret is training balance and coordination. The ability to maintain balance is key to preventing falls and fractures. With age, sensitivity in the feet declines, and muscle reaction time slows. The good news is that balance can be trained at any age. Effective balance exercises include standing on one leg, rolling from heel to toe, simple dance movements, and hand-foot coordination drills. Yoga and Tai Chi are excellent for strengthening core muscles, improving balance, and increasing flexibility. Regular balance training reduces the risk of falls by more than 30%. It is best to start with simple exercises using support, like a wall or chair, and gradually increase difficulty. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day dedicated to balance training can significantly boost confidence and help preserve independence. The fifth secret is maintaining mental activity and social connections. Aging often brings cognitive decline, memory loss, reduced concentration, difficulty learning. However, the brain can stay highly plastic well into old age with constant stimulation. Solving puzzles, learning new skills, reading, practicing arts, playing board games, and studying foreign languages stimulate the brain, support neural connections, and slow aging. Mental activity should become as regular a habit as walking and eating. Social connections are equally important. According to the U.S. National Institute on Aging, loneliness increases the risk of dementia by almost 50%. Socializing with friends, joining interest clubs, volunteering, and meeting with family members not only support emotional well-being, but also stimulate mental activity and motivate an active lifestyle. Many seniors live under a dangerous misconception. They believe that loss of strength, muscle mass, balance, and memory is a normal part of aging that cannot be prevented. They fail to notice the subtle beginnings. 5 extra minutes of rest, a skipped walk, slight dizziness, forgetting an apartment number. They begin to avoid meeting friends, reduce the range of their walks, replace active hobbies with passive television watching. Slowly, their world shrinks to the size of their apartment. Then comes the day when even going to the store becomes impossible without help. This is exactly how independence is lost, slowly, almost imperceptibly creeping in. If no steps are taken, the process becomes irreversible. Early signs include fear of falling, rapid fatigue, reduced motivation to move, forgetfulness. Later come joint pain, heart problems, and chronic diseases, followed by hospital beds, rehabilitation centers, and wheelchairs. It must be clearly understood. Every missed opportunity today leads to serious consequences tomorrow. Loss of mobility leads to social isolation. Loneliness intensifies depression. Depression suppresses the immune system. The body becomes defenseless against illnesses. Weakness and fear further reinforce immobility, deepen energy deficits, and trap a person in a vicious cycle. A once strong and energetic person can, in just a few years, become frail and dependent, needing constant care, not because of one mistake, but due to countless small daily compromises. I won't go for a walk today. I'll start exercising tomorrow. It's not a big deal if I eat too much salt. This is how strength gradually fades away. Aging affects not only muscles and bones, but every system in the body. After 60, all metabolic processes begin to slow down. Muscles lose strength, joints lose flexibility, the heart loses endurance, and lungs lose volume. Even the immune system ages, a phenomenon known as immune dysfunction. The body becomes less capable of fighting infections, recovers slower from illnesses and injuries. Due to these age-related changes, even a simple cold can turn into severe pneumonia, and a minor fall can cause a hip fracture. The risk of hospitalization doubles after 70, mostly not because of accidents, but due to seemingly minor events like loss of balance, dehydration, and poor nutrition. A lack of physical activity leads to what is called sitting syndrome. After just 3 to 5 days of inactivity, negative changes begin in the body. Blood volume decreases, hormone production drops, and blood sugar control worsens. This speeds up the aging process of all organs. Nutritional deficiencies in old age are another hidden threat. Seniors often lack protein, B vitamins, vitamin D, magnesium, and zinc. Protein deficiency leads to rapid muscle loss, weakened immunity, and slower tissue healing. Vitamin D deficiency increases the risk of falls and fractures. A lack of B vitamins worsens brain function, memory, and raises the risk of dementia. Blood supply to the brain also declines with age. Slower blood flow reduces nutrient delivery to neurons, increasing the risk of brain ischemia. This leads to memory problems, slower thinking, and difficulty concentrating. Coordination problems worsen due to deterioration of the vestibular system. After 65, about 40% of people experience dizziness and balance issues, significantly increasing the risk of falls and injuries. As metabolism slows, the body struggles to eliminate toxins. Accumulation of waste products in the blood leads to chronic fatigue, reduced productivity, depression, and poor sleep quality. All of this gradually destroys the quality of life. It's important to understand, aging itself doesn't kill. The consequences of aging, accelerated by poor lifestyle choices, inactivity, and self-neglect, are what destroy health. Without prevention, even small issues become serious threats. Loss of muscle mass accelerates osteoporosis. Weak leg muscles increase the risk of injury. Reduced chest mobility worsens lung ventilation and raises infection risk. Inactivity impairs lymphatic flow, leading to swelling and fluid retention. The psychological effects of immobility are just as devastating. Decreased activity triples the risk of depression. Depression, in turn, increases inflammation, worsens sleep, and diminishes motivation. This creates a vicious cycle that becomes harder to break each year. When talking about preserving independence in old age, vision and hearing health must not be overlooked. Deterioration of these senses directly impacts the ability to live independently. After 65, over half of people experience hearing loss, and about 1/3 suffer from reduced vision. Hearing loss leads to social isolation, cognitive decline, and increases the risk of falls due to poor spatial awareness. Vision loss raises the risk of injuries and makes reading medication labels difficult, reducing activity levels. To maintain independence, it is crucial to care for eye and ear health. Regular checkups with ophthalmologists and audiologists help detect and correct problems early. Using hearing aids and glasses should not be seen as a weakness, but as tools for staying active and safe. Clear perception of the world boosts confidence and safety. Another overlooked aspect is gut health. Gut microbiota plays a crucial role not only in digestion, but also in immune function, inflammation regulation, and synthesis of B vitamins and vitamin K. After 60, microbial diversity declines sharply. This leads to poor nutrient absorption, chronic inflammation, and reduced energy levels. To maintain healthy gut flora, it is essential to regularly consume probiotics and prebiotics. Probiotics are found in unsweetened natural yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi. Prebiotics, fibers that feed good bacteria, are abundant in onions, garlic, asparagus, bananas, and oats. A balanced, plant-rich diet supports a healthy microbiome. It is also vital to monitor skin health and pelvic floor muscles. Weakening of these structures often leads to urinary incontinence, which drastically reduces quality of life and increases fear of leaving home. This problem is often hidden but widespread. After 60, up to 30% of women and 20% of men suffer from it. To prevent problems, regular training of the pelvic floor muscles is recommended. Kegel exercises. They are simple, invisible to others, and extremely effective when performed consistently. Strong pelvic muscles not only help control urination, but also support pelvic organs, reducing the risk of prolapse. It is also important to consider joint health. Arthritis and osteoarthritis often cause mobility limitations. However, studies show that moderate exercise, stretching, and joint strengthening routines help slow disease progression, reduce pain, and improve range of motion. Special attention should be given to posture. Slouching and thoracic kyphosis increase the risk of falls, impair lung function, and affect digestion. To maintain good posture, exercises that strengthen the back and abdominal muscles are beneficial, along with mindful awareness of body alignment throughout the day. Even the simple habit of pulling the shoulders back and engaging the core while walking has a positive impact on health. Another critical topic is preventing dehydration. As we age, the sensation of thirst decreases, and many elderly people unintentionally drink too little water. Even mild dehydration, a loss of just 1 to 2% of body weight, worsens cognitive function, causes fatigue, dizziness, and disrupts body temperature regulation. This increases the risk of falls, heat strokes, and worsens kidney function. To prevent dehydration, it is recommended to drink small amounts of water steadily throughout the day, avoiding excessive caffeine and alcohol, which have diuretic effects. A good guideline is to monitor urine color. It should be light straw-colored. During appetite loss, diarrhea, or while taking diuretics, water intake must be carefully controlled. Preventing type 2 diabetes is equally important. Diabetes damages blood vessels, weakens the heart, kidneys, and eyes, and increases the risk of falls due to reduced foot sensitivity. To prevent diabetes, it is crucial to maintain a healthy weight, avoid overeating, and include low glycemic foods in the diet. Vegetables, legumes, whole grains. Everything starts small. Skipping a walk, missing breakfast, forgetting to exercise. But it ends with losing autonomy, being confined to bed, fearing the future. A person who could live actively and joyfully is forced to rely on others, losing the sense of self-worth and strength. Don't let this happen to you. Your health, your freedom, your energy, all of it is still in your hands. Every good choice today strengthens your tomorrow. Every effort will pay off with a vibrant, independent life. Subscribe to our channel right now, not for formality, but for yourself, for your future, for your right to live life on your terms, not dictated by illness. Give this video a like to help others find these vital tips and take timely action. Share in the comments what an active life means to you and what habits help you stay independent. Your message might be the word of encouragement that changes someone's life. Remember, good health is not an accident. It is the result of daily care. And if you start today, 1 year from now, you will thank yourself for making that choice. Do not wait. Start right now.